Hey everybody! Coming to you late on a Friday night. I don't know when I'm going to upload this. I just got back from work and Jeremy didn't want to come at all. But hey, we're back and it's Friday. I'm Joe. That's Jeremy. This is how we do it. This is every week. I got a haircut. I don't know if you guys noticed, but yeah, Jeremy didn't.
Gosh. I did notice. I just didn't comment on
That's
it.
okay. That's all right. But anyway, let's get to some movies. Okay, we saw The Wolf of Wall Street. That was the song that was in the trailer. That was a terrible rendition of it, but I think you get the point. Who the three people that are watching this right
Absolutely.
now? Mm-hmm.
And the other people in that room who might be listening.
Yes, my sister Jeff and Matt are playing Pandemic in the other room.
Wow.
So hopefully we're not disturbing them. It doesn't matter. This is more important. This is the Cup of Joe show, number 16. You believe we did 16 of these already?
That is amazing.
And we haven't missed a beat except for that 1 week. So we have missed a beat. Okay. I went to Green Bay, all right? Whatever. So, anyway, okay, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
Yeah, we're never going to finish in time. Wolf of Wall Street. I've talked for the first minute and a half, so give me your thoughts on The Wolf of Wall Street from
Okay.
Jeremy Evans.
I just want to point out something cool that if you don't include the initials of the movie spell out wows, which is what the movie does, and
You better go places after this, because this is a terrible analysis. I'm just throwing it out there. All right.
Anyway, it was really long. It was a solid 3 hours, and I thought it felt like it. It kind of dragged on. I was interested, and the story was cool. It was just too bloated. It was another chance for Leonardo DiCaprio to show off his acting ability, and he was fantastic. I mean, the whole cast was really good. Jonah Hill was good. Matthew McConaughey is only in the movie for like 10 minutes, but he kills his one major scene. So that's all good. I think that, and this maybe is kind of getting into spoilerish territory, but the movie it's a very, very, very hard R movie. There are a lot of there's a lot of nudity, a lot of cursing, a lot of drug use, and even from the very beginning of the film, you're exposed to that, like these crazy, insane, over-the-top parties, and then that happens like the whole movie. It hardly feels like there's like a build-up like through all those, and it's just like, you know, crazy party, crazy party, crazy party, like over and over again, and I thought that was kind of repetitive, and another thing that made the movie seem kind of long. So.
I totally agree, and I apologize for eating, but I am starving. Okay, I haven't eaten since like noon, so I'm sorry, but I'm really hungry, and I'm doing this for you guys. Okay, so please let me eat. Sorry, but anyway, The Wolf of Wall Street. I agree with Jeremy. So I'm gonna try to get serious here. I agree with Jeremy. This is not like a movie that I would buy and watch over and over again. It's kind of a movie that, like, I don't really like. I'm saying I don't like dark. I feel like it's a dark comedy. And the thing with dark comedies is it's dark. And that's not like the kind of movie that you just want to watch over and over again. Me personally, I don't want to watch a dark comedy over and over again. I mean, it's funny, but then you're laughing, then all of a sudden like horrible things are happening, and it's just like, oh my god, what am I laughing at? So just kind of, I don't know. I kind of agree with Jeremy on a bunch of those points. It is way too long. It is a hard R. Margot Robbie is beautiful. That's for certain. Leonardo DiCaprio is great. I mean, he's got to get an Oscar at some point because he's fantastic. You mentioned Matthew McConaughey. great year he's having. Holy cow. And he was great. Everyone was great. You have Scorsese in it, but it's just it was missing like heart. It was missing heart. So I don't know how to explain why it was missing heart, but like movies that they need to that movie didn't attach to me emotionally. It just kind of it happened, and it's done now, and I don't have a feeling for it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's what a movie should do.
I think if I may interject, part of the problem is that the main character Jordan Belfort is an unsympathetic asshole, so it's hard to get behind his story, so you don't really care about his character. And part of the problem is that he was a real person, so you can't you can fabricate things, but you can only go so far. So it's not, and it felt like his character didn't really go on that much of a redemptive arc, which again I guess is a spoiler warning, but I always do that retroactively. But anyway, so it just felt like by the end, had he really learned anything? Had there been any sort of a payoff to this? And I think that was part of the problem, that you couldn't connect to his character that well. I mean, it helps that Leonardo DiCaprio is so damn charismatic, but I mean that only goes so far.
You're right. I totally agree. And I mean, I want to retract my statement that that's something that a movie should have, is that you should have a feeling about it, because I mean, like you said, he's a real person, and that's what the movie was about. But me personally, if I'm to like a movie, I want to be emotionally attached to it, and I don't want to say I expected more from it, because I didn't expect this movie to be as good. This wasn't my first choice of what I wanted to see. I wanted to see American Hustle more. There was something that was off about this movie that I thought, and it was realized. Not to say it wasn't a bad movie, but it just didn't connect with me.
I feel that.
Feel that?
Yeah.
I got you. But maybe it'll connect with you. I don't know. Like I said, it was, like we both said, it was fantastically acted and everything. So, but I just didn't get the connection. So that's The Wolf of Wall Street, and now we're going to turn it over to the box office so I could finish my McChicken, and I'll let Jeremy talk some more. By the way, our sponsor, McDonald's. Did somebody say McDonald's? 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. I'm loving it. Any other jingles that I could do to stall them? Good, all right.
Box office. I thought I had this open in one of the tabs, but I actually had the same thing open in 2 different tabs. So, my bad. Okay, let's get into this. Last weekend was the first weekend of 2014, and that's usually not a good weekend of the year. It's like the first weekend of November. Things are just kind of coming down, or December rather. They're coming down off a holiday, and it's back down to earth, and things just, it's kind of boring. Usually only 1 or 2 movies opens. So anyway, in 5th place we had American Hustle, which was down 34%, made $12.4 million, and has a total of $87.9 million, which is very solid. That's pretty good.
I agree.
Okay, and then in 4th place, The Wolf of Wall Street slipped just 28% to 13.2 for a 63 million total. It's holding pretty well, and especially if it picks up some good Oscar buzz. Maybe did the Golden Globes happen already?
I don't
even
think
know.
so.
Well, if it wins, best drama there or something, that could give it some nice boosts. Okay, 3rd place was The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug, which dropped 46% to 15.6 million, and is a little shy of 230 million. So, judging by that pace, probably gonna end around 260-ish, which is, that's solid, but it's not quite Lord of the Rings kinds of numbers. Okay, and our lone opener for the weekend, Paranormal Activity: The Marked Ones, opened to 18.3 million. That is, by a fairly substantial margin, the lowest opening of the franchise. Well, I think the first one opened to well, the first one was weird because it was in hardly any theaters and then it gradually expanded, so that's not really a fair comparison. But anyway, yeah, that's a drop off, but I don't think that's unexpected because it's a spin-off and Paranormal Activity 4 sucked. So I guess we'll see how the audience likes this one and how the word of mouth spreads to see if they can get some of the audience back for Paranormal Activity 5. Okay, and our number one film, Frozen, which dropped 32% to 19.6 million and was at about 297 million by the end of the weekend. That is really good. Yeah. And in the weekdays leading up to the show, which is on today, technically Saturday, January 11th, it has since surpassed 300 million, becoming one of 4 movies released in 2013 to do so. It is not looking like it's going to be able to catch Despicable Me 2 now, but even still, it should end up in the neighborhood of 340, 350 million.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
I'll say.
Yes. Always good stuff, Jeremy, with the box office. I am finally done eating, and maybe I'll be more professional about this. All right. I'm wearing the tie. So, okay, now, as compared to Silver Linings Playbook, where's American Hustle at?
I think American Hustle has gotten off to a better start than Silver Linings Playbook, but Silver Linings Playbook was a late bloomer,
right,
so it played very well through January and even into February because it picked up a lot of Oscar nods and some wins there. So, we'll have to see what happens with American Hustle. If it takes home some hardware, it could play practically into March. Yeah. So but as of now, it's running quite a bit ahead of the pace of Silver Linings Playbook.
Right. Okay. All right. I was just curious. Yeah, we're gonna have to see that. We'll probably end up seeing that this weekend. So we'll be able to actually tell you how it was instead of speculating about the box office. So that's okay. Box office, The Wolf of Wall Street. To what's coming out this weekend?
Okay, well, this weekend is an interesting one because there's only one new wide release, but there are 4 movies expanding. So this is going to be a fight to get through. Okay, first of all, The Legend of Hercules. This looks terrible. Really generic. Not being released in that many theaters. Probably going to make like 5 million.
Watch Spartacus instead. Okay,
I think that settles
yeah.
it. Okay, and then also expanding, we have Inside Llewyn Davis. I don't know what that is. I've heard of it. I've seen it in box office results. My uncle, who lives in California and was in town recently, said he wants to see it. Those are my thoughts.
Mine are the same. Actually, I don't have an uncle from California who wants to see it. But maybe I do have a family member or something, and maybe I could keep raising my eyebrows like I've been doing all show for some odd reason. All right.
You can't even see my eyebrows.
Yeah.
From my bangs and from my glasses. But I have thick eyebrows.
Oh my god! Ah! There they are!
What?
I don't...
Okay. Also expanding, we have August Osage County, or is it perhaps it's Auguste, or it could be Osage. I don't know. Anyway, it's that movie with Meryl Streep where she basically plays like a racist, politically incorrect grandmother or something. So.
And she will be nominated for an Oscar.
Of course, but she won't
probably
win.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Somehow she wins for the Iron Lady. Like what? But yeah. Anyway, this has a lot of people in it. a lot of people in it, actually.
Benedict Cumberbatch is in it.
Benedict
for some
Cumberbatch
reason.
is in it. Because why not? Seriously. Come on. Put him in every single movie and just have him speak. It's awesome. But anyway, this movie looks very uninteresting. But it'll probably be like nominated for stuff because
probably.
that's the type of movie it is.
Absolutely. Okay, moving on, we have Her, in which Joaquin Phoenix plays a dude who falls in love with a computer operating system, basically, which looks really weird, but at the same time, I think could be interesting and is a decent reflection on where we are in the times and what technology can mean and do.
It's interesting, and it's a unique movie that should be made. I don't want to see it. I hate Joaquin Phoenix like with a passion, and it has nothing to do. I don't know anything about the man. I know nothing about Joaquin Phoenix.
Gladiator.
But the fact that he plays that character in Gladiator, there's something else, and I can't think of it. But it was like two
Signs?
movies. Yeah, he's in Signs, and I hate that movie too. Well, I don't hate Gladiator. Please, no. Gladiator's fantastic. I just hate his character. But I've always just he just looks like a terrible human being, and like I have no proof. I have no proof of that. But like if I ever saw him on the street, my urge would be to just punch him in the face. And I mean, and that's it. I have something against Joaquin Phoenix, and it's just not reasonable, my hatred for him. But I hate Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, with that, we move on to the final expansion this weekend, Lone Survivor, which stars Mark Wahlberg and a bunch of other actors that I like for the most part, who play a Navy SEAL team who go after some Taliban leader guy, and things don't exactly go well.
Apparently, yes. So... You didn't give any thoughts on that. I thought you were going to give thoughts.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I could give thoughts.
For sure, I feel like I've been doing more of the talking.
That's fine. I like Mark Wahlberg, and I think this is an interesting concept. Am I excited, though? No. Will I see it? Yes. But it's just kind of, It's a Mark Wahlberg movie. Which usually deliver. So that's good, but it's just nothing to get excited about.
Speaking of Mark Wahlberg, I'm waiting for a trailer to Transformers 4.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out 4th of July. Come on, we gotta build some buzz. Seriously. Oh, that's a good idea.
It's going to come out in the Super Bowl, I think. So that'll be an exciting time for us here at Cup of Joe. Trailers during the Super Bowl. But anyway, yeah, my Packers are out. His Eagles are out in the same exact way. If those teams are either your teams, I'm sorry. And if you're, a Chiefs fan, I'm really sorry for you because that was terrible. You should have won. If you didn't lose like 6 players after being up by like 28 points, which is why you lost the game, and everyone's talking about how great Andrew Luck is, well, when half the team gets injured during the game, I could come back.
He also did throw 3 interceptions.
Exactly, to get them in that point. So like, and I don't hate Andrew Luck. Andrew, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I don't hate you. I just don't like the media that much all the time. Sometimes they're good, but sometimes they're awful. But anyway, we're talking football for some reason because I don't know. But yeah, good luck this week unless you're a San Francisco fan. I hate them with a passion. Other than that, I hope you make a great movie decision, movie choice to go see. You better go to the movies. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm going to do, but you should go. You should go, and it'll make this show better. So we only have 15 seconds left, so it looks like I have to stop rambling, unfortunately. I'm Joe, that's Jeremy, this is the Cup of Joe show, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, see ya.